It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Like this video, and subscribe right now, or you will have a bad day tomorrow.
Yeah, talk about me, say it to my what I mean, talk about me, say it to my
Say it.
talk about me. Talk about me, say it to my face. Get out of my face. Been with it first place, they still think it's a race. No, hit the road if you can keep up in the face. Man, turn that shit up, turn up the bass.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Innuendo. If you don't get it, we innuendo. But if you with it, when it's finished, in the end, you win. Man, let's go. Look, back at it like a bat. Have another video for you guys. I kind of just got off of work, maybe about an hour or so ago. Not too long. I know it was like 9 something. You know, I was laying in the bed. I was like, I don't want to do another video, but it's like, you know what? I wanted to actually check out this new Tom McDonald video called Sheeple. Now, first of all, I forgot my headphones that I normally wear for every reaction in my locker at work because I was like listening to music with them. And I didn't realize I didn't have them until just now. So, I'm going to actually probably just end up reacting to this as is and go from there because why not? So, this is Tom McDonald Sheeple, and I'll probably just mute the mic so it doesn't pick it up and then unmute the mic so I can like talk about certain things. But let's get it in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. And then I'm gonna go to sleep afterwards. No edits. I'm just gonna post this and go to sleep.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's
These visuals, oh my gosh. Okay. I like the eye in the background too. Let's bring it back though. But I think I get the point. Sheeple, like sheep people. Obviously, I feel like it's not too hard to understand, but I think I get the point.
Humans been controlled since the day that they were civilized. The truth has been so heavily politicized. If you don't know who's controlling you and killing all the little guys, find out who you're not allowed to criticize. Black folks who were never ever actual slaves, fighting with white folks who ain't actual Nazis. Controlled by rich folks who use the news to make hate, while elite folks control other political parties. It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, beef on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die.
I gotta remember to keep hitting this to actually talk. But he's speaking a lot of like political stuff and controversial stuff. I feel like this is the whole like conspiracy situation stuff, which I love conspiracies. I really do. So he's speaking about a lot of different stuff or whatever, saying like what's true, what's not true, all this other stuff. Let's bring it back just a little bit, and then we're gonna go from there.
Folks control other political parties. It's a big lie, trying to make you pick sides, trying to make you burn the cities down and kill each other. They got sick minds, big lies, beef on the police so that there's big crime. To take away our freedom, to restore order, they let die. Play with people, turn men into women, make the counterculture mainstream to mix up the system. Change the pronouns, if gender is a spectrum, so is privilege. I know poor white folks and black celebrities with millions.
He went on the whole talking about people and they're switching genders and stuff, which he's the one that can actually talk about that kind of stuff. It's hard for people to like actually talk about certain topics because everybody's getting canceled nowadays, and it's crazy. It's like you don't really know like what you're able to say and not say, and all that stuff is so annoying. But what I will say is this: like the pronouns are becoming more confusing and harder to keep up with. It was never this difficult to roll with, and now it's just a whole lot more to figure out. It's a whole lot more going on. I know people are thinking, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I always sit there and say like, maybe just tell me your name. I get you might want to identify as they/them or wherever you feel is appropriate that you want me to call you. And I can agree with that, but it becomes confusing because a person doesn't know that. And I've seen a lot of situations where people got mad because they assumed your pronouns, not even just gender anymore. Just assuming your pronouns, and then you're just like, oh, that's not what I am, and it just throws everything off. I'd rather a person just tell me their name, rather whatever it be. I could be better with the name, even if you have a boy's name, because you identify as such, and I just call you that. If I want to call you Kevin, that's because that's your name, regardless of what you are inside and stuff like that. What you want to be called, just tell me your name. I feel like that's the easiest way. Even if if you change your name because you changed your whatever you want to be identify as. If you change your name in that aspect and I have to learn your name, I'd rather call you by a name. That's just my personal preference.
They starve you with a lack of information and only give you facts through a branded corporation. Distort your worldview with an algorithm that changes based on propaganda curated for your engagement. We can't be free, can't have no.
Yo, that eye in the sky up. Wow. I just picked that. I just thought about that. I just really picked that up. I didn't think about that till just now.
Still we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Blue to screens just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? Oh my sheep. Nothing's what it seems. Hollywood been writing your brain, controlling your mouth. You say lit, fleek, bet, cap. They trying to dumb you down.
Oh no, that's big facts. I just did it just now. That's very true. Especially, and I sit there, like, it's funny, like, actually, I was interacting with a customer. The customer, I think it was her and her husband, I forgot what they said exactly, but the way that we just use slang words and curse rather than speak proper, just because we just allow ourselves to do that, and not even thinking, like, let's just be better. People sit there and try to sit there and blame, like, oh, that's how I grew up, these the words. And it was like, you can educate yourself to speak more proper and not just use these random words. To the best of my ability, I try not to use slang words or curse words as much as possible. I think it's beneath me, and it kind of puts you down a peg or two. I don't know why, but I'd rather not use those kind of words. But I feel like a lot of people, especially my skin color, don't care. A lot of people with minority stuff, they want to just use these slang words and lit and all that stuff, and it's just like, some stuff I don't even know some slang words now. Like, some of the stuff people be saying, I'm confused by, because they make up stuff every day.
You say lit, fleek, bet, cap, they trying to dumb you down. They endorse whatever narrative is popular to shout and use minorities in movies for diversity clout. Two sides on the spectrum, but ain't none of them honest. Took the red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree, you understood you're a target, and now red pill and the blue pill, spit them both in the garbage. Being woke used to mean you understood you're a target, and now it's having two good legs and never taking a step forward. If you agree, it's free speech. Disagree, it's hate speech. Erase it if it came from anywhere except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery.
Right, bro, that's what I've been saying. Listen, first of all, being woke. People say I've been woke. That's why I start to say, like, certain stuff in my songs now. Like, I feel like I'm somewhat influenced by Tom McDonald. I think people don't listen to him because, I think it's funny because he does a very Eminem approach. And I feel like people won't listen to him because the way he comes off, but he does an Eminem approach. And I'm like, these people are inspired by Eminem and so forth. You should be able to, like, enjoy the music for certain reasons, or not like the music for certain reasons, but not for the wrong reasons. Like, don't be like, oh, he wants to be like Eminem, I'm not going to listen to Tom McDonald. This is a whole different person. People are just interesting. But the whole being woke and stuff, like, I said that in the song. I'm actually in this new song that I'm doing. I haven't completely finished it, but I was like, I had to open my third eye to see myself in the mirror, never fight sin be within me, because I'm a little jealous of who I am and who I could be. Like, the whole opening your third eye, people think about the chakras and all that other witchcraft and stuff, and it's crazy. And then he talked about something else, too.
But that can't be. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery.
Talking about Trump, hold on.
Except the mainstream. Trump supporters labeled as the racist, but that can't be. Lincoln.
The Trump supporters and stuff, which I'm doing a video on my commentary channel talking about Trump supporters and we had the wrong idea about a lot of stuff. We have the wrong idea about Black Lives Matter and the Trump supporters and stuff. Donald Trump in general. We sitting there, we hear these things on the news. We hear certain things, and we just naturally assume, oh, this person's a bad person. I don't like Trump, and all this stuff or whatever. And sure, like you hear like some other stuff or whatever, but like even the stuff that they said, Trump said, I just assumed he said it because I never did, and that's my stupidity. But that's a lot of people. I don't. Who knows what research people have done? Like him saying, grab him by the cat or whatever. Like grab them by the. You know what I mean? I never heard him say that. There's a lot of stuff I've never heard him say before. Yeah, I heard people say that he said it, and I'm just like, wow. And then so now my perception on Trump is a whole different, because that's what you hear, and that's you just following along with everybody else's, not you having your own brain.
Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery.
Also, the whole idea of the Republican and Democrats, people do not understand that the Democratic parties were not always for black people. Originally, it was the Republicans that were for black people. Like he said, Abraham Lincoln, who ended slavery, was a Republican. Like, people don't think about that kind of stuff. They just naturally assume that the Republicans are, like, the racist group people and they're against black people and stuff. And it's like, no, that's not true. So every time nowadays, whenever we have people in office, most people will just blindly vote for a Democrat because we think they're for us, not even realizing that a Republican could be for us as well. It's not just Democrat or Republican. You got to actually hear what they're saying.
Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed. Because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken once you lock symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure. Lincoln was Republican, and that's who ended slavery. Science been politicized, it's easy to see. A mask became a symbol of which side you believe. But you'll never cure a sickness till you cure the greed. Because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free.
It's a lot to unpack from there. First of all, the whole wearing the mask thing divided people so much. It divided people who was going to wear a mask and who wasn't going to wear a mask, and people feeling like it was taking their freedom away from them. People don't come to the grocery store. Everybody else is just blindly following stuff, and everybody's just like, I don't want to wear a mask. Like you got it's so divided and stuff. Now people were divided for a good while of who's going to wear a mask, who's going to get the vaccine, and who isn't going to do neither one. And we're still divided. When we was free to, and I just wanted to be free to just. I was tired of wearing masks, bro. But it was something I had to do, especially when we work in these companies. But I really feel like a lot of that stuff divided us overall, and it did for a while. Everybody was just attacking each other. People couldn't do what they feel comfortable doing. Like a lot of times, people come to the grocery store and they weren't even like, it wasn't even nothing crazy. They just didn't want to wear a mask. They wasn't causing no trouble. They just wanted to be free to just do what they feel made them happy. Like, it's crazy.
Society is broken once you locked inside a cubicle. Addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful. Pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Agreed, because the problem with our natural immunity is it's free. Society is broken once you locked inside a cubicle. Addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals.
Wow. Which... that's pretty much, and as much as that stuff is promoted, all three of those stuff is promoted heavily, and that's how you become addicted to it. People do a lot of that stuff a lot of times, alcoholic beverages and stuff, and pharmaceuticals. Like it's so much different stuff, and the stuff that they put in the pharmaceuticals is crazy. It's a lot of stuff that pushes that narrative.
Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful, then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral. We can't locked inside a cubicle, addicted to pornography, liquor, and pharmaceuticals. Tell you that you're fat and poor and you were never beautiful, then tweet how much they love you when they hear about your funeral.
Yo, he should have ended it like that. That would have been beautiful. But like, oh my gosh, he said like how basically they put you down, but on your deathbed, everybody praises you up. Like I remember like how Austin's, which it says funerals say a lot. First of all, how people attack each other and everything like that, and then when a funeral happens, everybody want to get together and be sad and reminiscing on the good old days. And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, definitely in funerals and stuff, it's like you're ugly until you die kind of mentality. Like really that kind of stuff. Like oh my gosh.
We can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Blue to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? My sheep. Nothing's what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divide us what it seems. If they can't convince you, they confuse you. They want you dumb and dead. They divided you by race, religion, income, and sex. Made everybody write a...
He's saying a lot of stuff which people, it's funny, like people probably listen to this like, I know, but I feel like no one takes like a gander at this information and understand like it's like it really happens. And this, like, they separate, everything is so separated and divided in every aspect. We're not together as much as we keep pushing to be together. We get more divided each time. And that's not how things were originally planned. Especially even if you go based off of religion, a lot of religions, like a lot of religions talk about how like God pretty much like how he created everybody was unified and stuff like that, Adam and Eve, all that other stuff, and then eventually led us to separate from each other. But separation is a human thing. It's not something that any of our gods would want it. As far as I'm aware of, Christianity, even when I was Muslim and stuff like that, it seemed like they was found of wanting to be apart with everybody, like together with everybody else. But it's just interesting to see how much everybody is just divided and separated.
Left, the hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the conspiracy theories.
Wow.
Right and left, the hatred got so intense. If the other side likes oxygen, you'll put a bag on your head. And the
he basically said the other side likes oxygen, you put a bag on your head just to be different, just to be against what they like. That just to separate yourself. Again, division.
Conspiracy theories labeled as misinformation is just a terrifying truth that scares the hell out the nation. The system treating you like trash and you got rifles to aim with. Just imagine how they'll treat you when your guns get confiscated. George Orwell, 1984 was his last lecture. George called them thought police, now we call them fact checkers. Government surveillance trying to catch you, they don't ask questions. Mass incarceration equals capital for cash investors. The system isn't broke, it's working fine. Oppressive and chaotic is how it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified. They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all. Their agenda and intelligence, it was designed. They say if we ain't doing nothing wrong, there's nothing to hide. While their agenda and intelligence completely classified.
Okay, and he's talking about like, especially when a cop arrests you, like with certain situations, like it's nothing to hide, just say what happened, whatever the case is. It kind of lets you just say like they want you to say all this stuff, but with their agenda, it's classified. Like you won't know any information. Like flipping that on his head. Like if they don't have nothing to hide, why don't they share their information? Everything about the government is always classified. Classified information. You always hear that, and you never know why. Because they're trying to hide something. Why is everything always classified? Think about it.
They don't teach you rights in school, you never learn them at all. Cause they're easy to remove if you don't know what they are. The only people you can rule are the criminal ones. So they force you into corners till you're breaking the law. We can't.
Yeah. Because they're trying to confine you to want to be whatever they tell you to do, they want you to do it. If you're not doing, like, if you're not following along the laws and doing what people say, then you're automatically, like, labeled as a criminal. They automatically want to be like, oh, he's being defiant. Certain rules are in play for a reason, sure, but some stuff is in play to keep order. Some stuff is in play to keep everybody together in unison, following along the pack. Like we're sheep. No one thinks about that kind of stuff. As soon as you do something different, depending on to what extent, you could be labeled a criminal, and they might be looking like, yeah, he's not following the directions, he's not following the rules, so he's up to something, or he doesn't love his country. That's what the government will say all the time. and then listening to your calls. They listen to what you're saying. These phones, these devices record everything. You know how many times I don't even say Siri's name, but I could just be talking randomly to a friend with my headphone in and be saying something, and all of a sudden be like, huh? What did you say? I don't know who that is, or something like that. And I've had Siri just randomly calling people. I wouldn't even say call anybody or saying hey and her name or anything like that. It would just, I'd be talking and it had nothing to do with anything, and it'd be like, okay, calling Jeffrey. Like, bro, why are you calling this person right now? I didn't never said that. Or I say I found nothing on the web. Like, the government listens, these devices listen, everything's listening. It's crazy.
Can't be free, can't have no peace till we're on the same team, but y'all are sheep. Glued to screens, just part of the machine. Y'all are sheep. What do y'all believe? My sheep. Nothing's what it seems.
Shout out Nova Rockefeller for everything she does in his videos. Listen, and I know this video is 20 minutes long, but let's get it in. Sheeple, Tom McDonald, awesome video, crazy message. And it's a lot of stuff that people don't even think about is happening until somebody relays that message. And people will be like, oh, this is corny, whatever the case, conspiracy and stuff. Where do you think conspiracies come from? A lot of this stuff is based on actual factual stuff. Especially stuff that you see on TV and they try to pretend like it's a joke or whatever. It's like, no, movies and stuff, a lot of this stuff be based on stuff that probably be happening. You know how many movies I seen when they show the government do some crazy experiment and that's why this happened or that happened in the movie, or a chemical leak from the government. It's always the government. It's always something. Area 51, they talking about aliens and stuff. You know how many times I've heard that, how it's like connected and then movies come out and stuff, but it's played more as a joke rather than if that's true, because people haven't actually visited Area 51. And you're only going to go based off of information you know. But how many people are actually going to have a full understanding? They're just going to sit there and believe whatever they want to believe until they're told otherwise. But come on. The government, a lot of this stuff, and for a while, for a really long time, Area 51 in its entirety was completely classified. But even if it's aliens there or not, I'm pretty sure if people caught wind, the government would just move them to a different base. So, it is what it is. But how can we not believe if God created this vast universe of so many different stuff, and on planet Earth, in our own universe, all that we have in our own universe, and on our own planet, all that God has going on, and not think that there's other universes that's unique like us, that might be more advanced or less advanced, and they just look crazy to us because it's different creatures and stuff that was created, just like we might look crazy to them. This is just we just look different. You see how animals and insects and all that stuff, like, you have to go through different tests and stuff, and we're not even perfect ourselves. Come on now. Let's get it in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I'm putting videos out every single week, pretty much every single day, man. Look, road to 500. I almost said 100 because I'm special. But yeah, road to 500, 445 subs. Let's get it in. Let's also talk about how we are on day 106. It's still the same day. 106 of the streaks. Okay, let's get it in. Appreciate you guys. I love you. Stay blessed. No stress. Let God take it a rest. See you guys in the next. I'm about to go to sleep. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Peace out. Love you. Bye.